Hi and good morning everyone. Welcome to our webinar. Topik hari ini, Kesan, Kurang sumber makanan. Adakah anda sudah bersedia? Di mana kita akan explore cara unik untuk bercucuk tanam dalam kawasan yang terhad. Untuk pengetahuan semua, kita ada menyediakan sijil kehadiran untuk sesi webinar hari ini. Link untuk borang kehadiran akan diberi 10 minit sebelum webinar berakhir. Dan lebih istimewa lagi, jadi 20 orang terawal untuk mendaftar bagi kursus Urban Farming, konsep dan teknik dalam Menjana Pendapatan di UMCZ dan anda akan mendapat diskaun 10% yuran pendaftaran. Bersama saya hari ini, speaker kita Mr. Lawrence Loh Pin Hui, antara usahawan yang terbaik dalam bidang urban farming di Malaysia. Jadi saya jemput Mr. Lawrence untuk mulakan sesi kita hari ini.
Halo, selamat pagi dan selamat sejahtera kepada semua para hadirin. Okay, from the beginning, I would like to share some of the what we call it, our Malaysia's food status lah, food condition. Okay, from what we can see, okay, right now Malaysia sekarang, kita ada banyak makanan. Okay, masih banyak makanan khasnya macam sayur-sayuran import dari luar negara, okay, from overseas, okay. Contohnya macam padi, okay, beras kita masih tak cukup walaupun kita ada banyak tempat tanam beras, okay. Kita masih bergantung kepada import dari Thailand, negara Thailand, dan banyak sayur-sayur daripada China, Taiwan dan Jepun. Okay, so dari segi sini kita beritahu, okay, untuk negara kita Malaysia masih sampai sekarang masih kekurangan makanan. Okay, so if we see back on this one, the what they call it, the condition. If one day, if the COVID coming back and most of the country normally they will lock down. Okay, like China. Until today, China also, some of the district, they still locked down. Okay, so sekiranya negara-negara yang kita depend on their import, the food import from them, if they lock down, okay, then we are shortage of the food. Okay, we were shortage of the food. Okay, so dari segi ini, negara kita sekarang cuba untuk promosi those youngster, okay, especially youngster lah, okay, to involve in the agriculture, okay, in the agriculture, and even not only agriculture, now government also giving away a lot of the program, okay, to upgrade those only farmer, okay, they upgrade become a smart farming, okay, smart farming, maksudnya dengan memakai teknologi AI. Okay, teknologi AI ini bukan setakat untuk membantu itu petani, okay, mendapatkan hasil yang bagus, tetapi juga mempercepatkan dia punya production, okay, supaya dia boleh dapat produksi yang banyak dan juga dia kurangkan dia punya pekerja. Okay, so ini adalah krisis makanan di negara kita sekarang ini. So kita kena tengok, kita kena promote the smart urban farming, okay, supaya semua orang, ramai orang boleh involve. As soon as many people involve, then we have no problem of this issue anymore. Okay, so let us start with the smart urban farming. If I go so fast, okay, you can stop me or you can ask any question. Okay, so myself is Lawrence. Okay, my background is a safety manager for oil and gas, okay, about 30 years ago. So on and off, when I come back, okay, I have plenty of time, okay, so I start getting involved in the agriculture. The reason why I involved in the agriculture, I visit few country like Europe country, Japan, Taiwan, Thailand, and China. I look at them, I realize that the technology is quite advanced. And when I come back to Malaysia, when I start this agriculture, I visit a lot of our Malaysia farmer. local farmer, and I found they are still using very traditional way of the farming method. Okay, and their production is quite low. Okay, first, secondly, especially recently after the COVID-19, okay, the whole Malaysia, a lot of the industry, we are shortage of worker. So as you know, if you are doing the traditional farming, you need a lot of workers. Example like in at Cameron Highland, everybody know. Okay, that's our biggest farm over there in Malaysia. Okay, so you can see over there are still shortage of a lot of worker. Okay, and we realize also, most of our new generation, they are very less involved in the agriculture. Okay, so we are really depend on the we call foreigner workers at this moment. You can see from all those farming area, okay, very less local, especially the young generation involved in the farming. Okay, so this is why our government start worry. Okay, if one day all those foreign worker will not coming in, then our farming will be stopped or maybe getting less. And then we have to import more vegetable, more rice, more what do you call it, crops from the overseas. Okay, so let us start the slide. Okay, so what is urban farming? A lot of people know about tanam dekat rumah lo. Okay, but actually urban farming is help us to address the local food insecurities issue in the city. Most people now they are start immigrate from local or rural area to the city because of job opportunity is very high. Okay, so now our city population is getting raising very high now. Okay, and we are shortage of food, so we are also all depend on the rural area to support us the food. This is the one thing that creating a very serious we call crisis. Okay, so by growing food in city, okay, can take the form of the backyard. Okay, not only this one backyard, rooftop. Okay, rooftop itu macam dekat atas building lah, rooftop ataupun kadang-kadang dekat building dekat macam shopping mall. Okay, car park. Okay, they have a lot of space actually they can use up. Balcony gardening, community gardening. Community gardening is somehow you know lah. Now Malaysia we have a lot of taman, and every taman, okay, actually they have a small area for garden, for the kids playing around, and that is the place we can use for the farming actually. Okay, so roadside also some you can see not in Malaysia lah, but other places you can see they planting the veggie at the roadside. Okay, so this is what we call it urban farming. Okay, so urban farming one of the very successful country, they launched a lot of program for urban farming, quite successful, is Singapore, very close to us. Okay, it's very close to us. You can see Singapore, most of their food, I think more than 90% is depending on import from Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand. Okay, so they are very worried. They are learning a lot of the lesson during COVID-19 because government every country they lock down, so they learn a lot of things from that. Okay, so they are encouraging. Okay, they are encouraging a lot of their citizens to start farming at the rooftop. Okay, and every year government give away a lot of the rooftop car park building rooftop to their men, to their people to start, encourage them to start the planting. Okay, so this one was one of the very successful program in Singapore. So why the urban farming is very important? Okay, besides rural area, besides rural area, masuknya dekat kampung lah, outside of the city. Okay, normally we have many of the land. Okay, in Malaysia have no problem. We have many of the land, so people start planting. Okay, but why we start encourage or promote urban farming? Because of the global population over the city area. Okay, and the natural resource used to produce the food are becoming very increasingly threatened by climate change. Okay, macam sekarang, okay, kita boleh tahu tempat khatulistiwa, negara-negara khatulistiwa, okay, selalu hujan, okay, raining very oftenly. But in fact, those close to the Europe country, China, okay, you can see now they have no rain at all. Okay, especially at the Europe country, you can hear all the news. Okay, over there they had no rain for a few months, 2 months, 3 months, and even all the river is all dried out already. Start green, start green. Okay, so this kind of the climate change is already threatened all the farmer actually. Okay, especially those are traditional farmer. So if still pending on the very traditional way method, I believe all their production, the farmer production is getting less and less. So why we want to encourage to move to urban farming? Okay, because besides this, then we have more, we call it more creative solution to growing, distributing, and consuming food. Okay, urgently needed. So for beside this, the food security. Okay, food security is very important. Semua orang tahu during the COVID-19, many people in our Malaysia, many people when government announced, we're going to close this taman, lockdown this taman. Everybody, the first thing will run to the supermarket, market, okay, wrap all the food and keep in their house. If you have this experience, you should know. Why not you just planting something veggie or maybe raise some fishes, okay, or your house area. I believe some of the housing area is we call it apartment or condo. They can't do so much of the planting, but they still have the rooftop. Every apartment or what they call it the condo, they have the rooftop. Okay, you can discuss with the market, what they call it the management team, okay, to utilize the rooftop, okay, so that you can plant something over there for food security. I believe that's not enough, but at least some you are contribute some of the food. Okay. So another thing, we are creating a sense of belonging. Why say so? Urban farming is one of the way to bring the urban rather together to stimulate the sense of community amongst people otherwise independent and in some cases isolated. Okay, saya faham dekat bandar kebanyakan orang kerja dua, mungkin ada orang dia ada dua kerja. When they work until night, they come back, they just keep in their house. They never have the what they call it communication between their neighbor or between their taman. Okay, this is one thing getting worse during this time nowadays. Okay, so we have a community farm. Okay, maybe every weekend you can walk out. Okay, and you can chit chat with your neighbor, jiran, okay, and getting a very good relationship. Okay, khasnya macam sekiranya kami ada pergi cuti, sekarang ada cuti long holiday, 3 days, 4 days, you have to go out, so your neighbor know you, they will take care of your house. So this is also one of the good things, okay, why we are promoting community farm. Okay, with community farm, so people realize, we know each other. We start knowing each other. Okay, so and we can work together. We can plant the veggie, work together. So nowadays we also promoting community farm. Myself, I have few community farms set up. Okay, in Penang area. Okay, so this community farm is getting better because it's organized by their neighborhood. Okay, orang-orang sana lah, mereka sendiri ada community committee. The committee mereka akan jalankan tugas-tugas lah. Okay, they appointed some houses to take care of the farm. Okay, this one thing is good if we have a community farm. Okay, and the other one, why urban farming is important is we are producing the healthy food. It's a main thing. Okay, sebab sekarang biasalah orang start tahu, okay, dekat kebun-kebun, dekat saya tak cakap mana-mana lah, kebun-kebun biasalah, kebun-kebun besar, okay, especially open area, tak ada greenhouse, okay, mereka terpaksa menggunakan racun serangga, okay, we call pesticide, chemical pesticide, okay, they spray a lot of pesticide instead to get the production. Okay, so biasalah macam dekat I give a example lah. Kebun A spray pesticide, sekiranya kebun B tak ada spray pesticide, okay, itu serangga-serangga semua akan lari ke kebun B. So kebun B pun terpaksa lah dia kena gunakan racun serangga mungkin lagi kuat supaya dia dapat protection. Okay, so dengan ini sayur-sayur yang kita makan ini dia akan dapat banyak chemical. Okay, walaupun kita ambil balik, kita beli, ambil balik, kita cuci dengan air 2 kali ke 3 kali sampai itu sayur mustah how to say sudah getting like macam sudah hanyut. Okay, so chemical memang dalam itu sayur kita tak boleh cuci langsung, so kita terpaksa masak dengan api yang kuat, cuba tengok boleh habiskan dia punya chemical, tapi memang ada, dia memang dalam itu sayur. And we eat inside, kita makan, lepas makan, itu sayur, itu racun-racun ini, dia akan tinggal dalam badan kita, bukan hari ini dia boleh keluar. Dia mungkin tinggal dalam ini 3 bulan sampai 6 bulan, dia baru keluar. So you just imagine those, especially those heavy metal, we call heavy metal, which can causing cancer. Okay, we are accumulated every day, every day makan sayur, sampai satu hari kita akan jadi tak sihat lah. Okay, so with your own farm, community farm or your own house farm, tak mungkin lah kamu pakai racun serangga, betul tak? So you are not using any chemical pesticide, you're not using any chemical fungicide. So kamu akan tanam sayur yang sehat. Okay, so selain pada sayur, kamu boleh tanam juga dengan herbs. Okay, any fruit tree also. Okay, dekat rumah, dekat taman-taman ataupun dekat rooftop. Okay, so ini salah satu sebab yang penting sekali ya. Okay, makanan yang sehat. Okay. Okay, we are provide also a learning opportunity. Okay, kebanyakan ramai orang yang tak pandai buat gardening, tak pandai tanam sayur. Okay, I have many customer lah, especially those buying a home set from me. Okay, dia lang tak pandai langsung. So actually we have a very simple few minute training with them. Okay, teach them how to start from the germination, dari benih, okay, germinate jadi sayur. Okay, tapi pun mereka kadang-kadang mereka gagal. Sebab gagal, tak sabar yang sebab dari benih pergi ke sayur kecil itu, germination dari seedling, dia kena ada masa tau. 7 hari, 10 hari. Tak sampai masa kamu masuk dalam sistem, memang dia mati. Macam baby lah, baby. Kita kena ada 9 bulan hamil, lepas tu keluar, baby ini tak boleh langsung pergi kerja. Segera pergi kerja memang dia tak kuat. Kita kena tunggu sampai 10 tahun, 20 tahun, kita baru bagi, itu jadi adapt, kita boleh bekerja. Sama juga dengan sayur, dari seed to seedling, you need some period. Okay, macam sayur memang kena ada 7 hari sampai 10 hari. Okay, if you are put too early into the system, dia akan mati. Okay, so this we call it learning. Okay, you are learning something about gardening technique, you are learning something. Okay, so when you go to our course, okay, we will teach you how to germinate, what kind of the media you have to use, what kind of the nutrient you have to use, and the request the sunlight, temperature. Okay, dalam kursus itu kita akan ajak kamu orang bagaimana untuk germinate itu benih. And next one is a make efficient use of land. We can efficiently use the land we do have to feed the people. Okay, yang macam tadi saya cakap lah. Okay, rooftop adalah salah satu yang sudah tempat yang sudah biar. Okay, dan kita boleh pakai rooftop. Yang secondly, taman. Sebab macam kita ada banyak program dekat taman. Kita pakai taman-taman. Sebab taman itu bukan besar sangat. Kita biasa pakai 500 square feet, 1,000 square feet sahaja. Yang lagi satu sekarang dengan Madi, dia sudah jaya masuk ke masjid, mosque. Because mosque normally they have space also, many space. Okay, so they start the first farming over the mosque. Okay, in Selangor, they quite successful. Okay, so hopefully we can use up those wasted space. Okay, untuk promoting our urban farming, so that more and more urban farming over our city area. Okay. So far, any question, gentlemen? If you have any question, you can just type anything over the Q&A area. Then after this slide, I will answer you one by one. So we have few type of the urban farming lah. Ada beberapa jenis urban farming. So the first one we call CSA, Community Supported Agriculture. Okay, the CSA, this terms as Community Supported Agriculture actually is start around 70 tahun dulu, itu 70 tahun 1970 something at Japan. Okay, at Japan. And the reason why they start this Community Supported Agriculture CSA at that time, Japan, because at Japan, they have what they call it, middleman. Macam kita lah sekarang, kita memang ada middleman. Okay, so dekat sana, waktu itu dekat sana Jepun, okay, mereka pekebun, mereka memang tak kaya tau. Mereka selalu jual sayur kepada middleman. Middleman itu dia dapat keuntungan yang banyak. Lepas tu baru jual sama orang, we call end user lah. Okay, customer. Okay, dengan cara ini, lama-lama itu pekebun semakin miskin, dan sampai dia tak ada duit untuk beli racun serangga, beli benih untuk beri fertilizer. Okay, dan juga mereka akan kurangkan dia punya production. Okay, sebab waktu itu, okay, kebanyakan end user yang customer yang realize tau. So lepas tu mereka pergi ke cari pekebun. Mereka cakap, okay, dengan cara ini, dengan cara apa tau? Mereka bayar duit langsung kepada pekebun. Okay, example, they pay 1,000, 2,000. Okay, and mereka kontrak dengan pekebun. Maksudnya pekebun ada dengan duit ini, mereka start dengan production mereka, okay, farming mereka, dan lepas harvest mereka langsung hantar itu sayur-sayur ke apa-apa ke 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 itu end user. Okay. So dengan cara ini kita panggil CSA. So lepas tu CSA ni dia dibawa oleh satu Eropah ke German and French, and now until today they still running CSA over French, over German, French, some of the Europe country, and very successful. Okay, so konsep ini sangat bagus. Okay, sekiranya kita boleh jalankan dekat Malaysia. I believe in Malaysia we have few community farm at Selangor. Okay, one of the very successful is dekat itu petani sana. Okay, very successful at the community farm. So another one we call urban farming as a small family farm. Biasa macam orang-orang yang tinggal dekat daerah house, okay, biasalah daerah house, okay, mereka ada tempat-tempat kecil untuk buat kebun-kebun mereka, okay. So dengan guna sistem yang vertikal, mereka boleh tanam sayur-sayur sendiri, okay. So ini ada kita panggil urban farming, okay. Kadang-kadang ada daerah house, corner house punya. Macam saya ada banyak customer yang guna tempat corner house dan tempat ada besar sikit, lebih kurang ada 1,000, 2,000 square feet. Okay, mereka pakai tempat itu, binakan satu small greenhouse dan start mereka punya business. Okay, selain daripada makanan, mereka tanam makanan yang tersendiri, mereka dapat sampingan, sampingan daripada apa yang mereka tanam. Dengan drive kepada mereka jiran ke, drive kepada mereka punya kawan-kawan. Okay, so this one we call urban farms. So besides this, dekat macam housing complex, okay, rooftop, kadang-kadang juga mereka pakai rooftop lah, biasalah rooftop lah, mereka pakai untuk tanam sayur-sayur. Okay, and one more is a vertical farming. Okay, vertical farming kebanyakan boleh nampak sekarang kebanyakan boleh nampak mereka pakai NFT, cara NFT. Okay, nanti dalam kursus itu saya akan introduce banyak jenis sistem yang biasa pakai hari ini. Okay, so salah satu we call vertical farming lah. Okay, sebab mengapa pakai vertical farming? Sebab dia jimatkan tempat. Okay. Selain daripada pakai macam sekiranya tonton tempat ada pergi ke Cameron Highland, okay, kamu boleh nampak, okay, banyak NFT dekat sana. Okay, tanam sayur, tapi mereka ada hanya satu layer sahaja. Okay, hanya satu layer. So satu layer, dia akan makan banyak tempat. Okay, dia akan makan banyak tempat. That's why it's not so practically. Okay, so that's why we are encourage vertical farming. Okay, and you can plant a lot of things in the we call 1 square foot. Saya pernah tengok pergi ke satu kebun dekat Cameron juga lah. Mereka pakai vertical farming. Okay, dan production 1 square foot is about 7 kilo of veggie. Okay, 7 kilo. Itu memang banyak tau, 7 kilo dalam 1 square foot. Okay, 1 kaki persegi. Mereka boleh tanam lebih kurang 7 kilo punya sayur. Okay, maksudnya dia itu memang sedap, banyak. Okay, so ini vertical farming ada kebaikannya adalah boleh tanam sayur dengan banyak dalam tempat yang terhad. Okay, so this we call vertical farming. So the major benefit is the ability to produce more food in a tightened space, especially in the urban environments where space is a premium. Tempat-tempat ini mahal. Okay, vertical farming is commonly part of the what you call it, skyscraper for the repurposed warehouse in the city. And last one we call indoor farming. Okay, indoor farming bukan sistem yang baru lah actually. Indoor farming start about 10 years ago actually, 10 years ago. Okay, khasnya di Jepun and Europe. Okay, they start quite early. Okay, I still remember 5 years ago, I went to Yokohama, Japan. I went there and visit one of the very famous farm factory. Okay, it's run by Philip. Philip itu buat lampu. Normally we know that Philip's very famous with the lighting. Okay, so I write in the letter, and very luckily they allow me to visit this farm. So of course, I not go inside to the farming. I just outside only. Through the window I can see. Okay, so they're quite successful at the time. 5 or 6 years ago, they're quite successful. Okay, and very big. And they told me the rice, the Japanese rice, they also planting inside the building now. The rice, they planting in the building, and they can plant many times in a year. Okay, instead of in Malaysia 2 to 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, but for them more than that. Okay, and very high production, and it's environmental control. The most important is environmental control. Okay, they don't use any pesticide, they don't use any fungicide. Okay, so this we call it indoor farming. Okay, dekat sekarang Malaysia, I believe 3 to 4 years ago, people start go into the indoor farming. Why indoor farming? Why? Mengapa kita pakai indoor farming? Okay, macam saya buat dekat outdoor. Okay, banyak customer saya complain khasnya musim hujan. Macam sekarang musim hujan mau datang bulan 10 sampai bulan 3 yang di announced by our government. Okay, so during musim hujan, okay, waktu musim hujan, kekurangan cahaya matahari, okay, dan menyebabkan sayur-sayur akan tumbuh dengan lambat. Sebab biasalah waktu kita belajar dekat waktu sekolah, kita tahulah dengan fotosintesis kita perlukan cahaya tambah CO2, okay, tambah air, dengan air sekali dia boleh dapat dia punya makanan. Betul tak? So salah satu isu tak ada, salah satu dia punya parameter tak ada, memang dia akan lambat tumbuh. So dengan indoor farming, dia akan mempercepatkan dia punya growing rate, dia punya tumbuhan, dia punya pertumbuhan. Okay, so dengan cepatnya dia punya growing rate, okay, productivity-nya akan tinggi. Okay, so inilah kebaikannya untuk indoor farming. Selain pada itu controlling the light, we also controlling the temperature dekat indoor farming. Kita boleh control dia dengan gunakan aircon. Kita boleh control dia. Sebab sekarang macam musim kemarau, okay, dekat sekarang macam dekat Europe tengok dia punya potato semua mati, dia punya ubi semua mati sebab terlalu panas. Tetapi dengan indoor farming kita boleh control dia punya temperature. Okay, dengan suhu yang sesuai untuk sayur atau untuk ubi, okay, dia akan keluarkan, okay, dia punya mutu sayur akan tinggi. Okay, dan lagi satu fertilizer kita boleh control fertilizer dengan kita cek dia punya parameter EC. Okay, kita boleh tahu berapa yang dia perlu. Okay. So ini saya akan bincang dengan lagi lanjut, okay, dekat khusus kita, okay. Apa jenis fertilizer, apakah isi yang perlu, okay, apa organic fertilizer, apakah bezanya organic fertilizer dengan chemical fertilizer, okay. Saya akan bincang dengan lanjut dekat khusus, okay. And the growing condition is an enclosed area. So many have increased their germination and yet, okay. Today we call CEA, Controller Element Agriculture Technology, okay. Sedap banyak guna di Malaysia, okay. Macam Maldi, okay. Mereka ada sedap buat R&D, we call farm factory, dengan besar. Sekiranya tuan-tuan perempuan ada masa, boleh pergi lawati lah dekat Maldi, okay. Sana mereka buat R&D dengan lampu grow light ya, lampu itu yang untuk tumbuhan dengan sendiri, buat dengan sendiri, okay, dan joy, okay. They are quite successful, Maldi they are quite successful, okay. Selain daripada lampu, humidity, okay, gases itu maksudnya CO2, okay. Dengan kembangkan lagi CO2 kita pump in dekat indoor, okay, labnya golek akan tambah. Ini biasalah, okay. Sebab dia dapat banyak CO2 dengan kecukupan cahaya, okay, dia akan buat makanan yang lagi cepat, lagi banyak, okay. Dan lagi satu, dekat indoor kita tak payah pakai pesticide, okay. Tak payah pakai itu pesticide, so kita boleh jimatkan kos untuk gunakan itu racun serangga, okay. Dan of course lah, the food will be very healthy, okay. So how are we going to start our urban farming? Okay. Cakap senang lah, tapi betul-betul pergi buat lah. Kita akan ada planning. Bukan cakap sahaja, sebab tanpa planning memang gagal, tak boleh lama. Okay. Saya pernah tengok banyak customer mereka buat DIY lah. Biasa buat DIY dekat bumbung itu rooftop lah, building rooftop. Come to the last, after 4 or 5 months, they stop already. The reason why, a lot of issue. So we need to plan. It's very important that you have a clear idea of what exactly it is you to try to do. Kena tahu apa sayur kamu orang mau tanam, apa sayur, okay. Suasana dekat itu rooftop, bagaimana tempat itu, okay. Yang ketiga, okay, management. Some, because you are open area, rooftop dekat building atas, siapa-siapa pun boleh naik, okay. Sekiranya kamu tak ada management yang bagus, kadang-kadang ada orang jealous, dia akan pergi sana hancurkan barang-barang tu, ataupun dia akan sabotage. Okay, itu security lah, tentang security juga. So to that end, decide whether it's an urban farm or a community garden that you like to start. So apa beza urban farm dengan community garden? Satu adalah kamu buat sendiri, mungkin 1-2 orang buat. Satu lagi adalah community. Kamu jemput jiran-jiran, jemput semua orang, buat sekali semua. Okay. Macam dekat itu foto, ada satu kotak, kamu appointed lah. Mungkin ini jiran A, B, C, tiga jiran sharing satu kotak. So kadang-kadang itu jiran A tak ada masa, jiran B jaga. Kadang-kadang jiran B tak ada masa, jiran C jaga. Ini adalah salah satu kebaikan lah dengan community garden, okay. Dia boleh jaga, dia ada schedule sendiri. Okay, so often this difference announced on an urban farming, you are generally have fewer people, okay, working, An urban farm is something that can be started by just 1 or 2 people, while a community garden has more people working toward a shared goal or a smaller plots. Okay. I pernah pergi Jepun punya tempat atas dia punya rooftop tu, dia orang sewa keluar tau, sewa. Dia bukan sharing dia sewa. Dia macam ni satu plot dia sewa. Satu plot, 1 bulan, lebih kurang RM100 Malaysia. Dia sewa bagi orang lain. Siapa-siapa mau datang sini, dia orang tanam saya sendiri. Ini pun satu income untuk building management. Okay, if they really want to make some money, they can sewa out. Of course, the system, everything they do very well already. Everything is there already. It just like that out only. Okay, so this is also one of the method to promote urban farming. So generally speaking, urban farms tend to be more business oriented sebab dia macam satu orang dua orang buat. Okay, with goals of selling products and maximizing the yield. Community garden tend to be about the experience and are often socially focused, perhaps educational in nature. So we talking about educational. Nowadays, I have many customers from school and the university. Okay, so especially like sekolah menengah. Okay, many headmaster, guru besar mereka encourage murid-murid dengan guru sekali okay, tanam dekat sekolah. Okay, we have few program before we have few program dekat sekolah. Okay, so ada customer dalam planting soil base maksudnya ada tanah. Okay, ada sekolah yang suka hidroponik sebab dia senang. Okay, ada sekolah yang suka buat dekat yang tempat-tempat macam yang ada keluar macam dekat dia punya koridor. Okay, so terpulang ini adalah education. So guru-guru dia akan ada satu sesi yang khas untuk ajak murid-murid tentang buat farming. So ini salah satu yang kebaikan jugalah, okay, yang sedang berlaku di Malaysia. Okay. So to know the advantage of urban farming, urban farm are beneficial in countless way. Okay, boleh kelam ni allowing growers to provide food in a way that reduce energy costs of production and transport, while also building a sense of community. Okay, so masuk sini, okay, yang advantage-nya, salah satu advantage-nya adalah reduce energy cost. Apa maksud energy cost? Okay, one thing like if the veggie is delivery from rural area, example Cameron Highland to city, do you know how much of carbon monoxide emission in our environmental? How much? Okay, sebab dia lorry dia dari Cameron Highland sampai sini. Dia bukan langsung ke rumah kamu. Dia pergi mana? Dia pergi Selayang. Okay, from Selayang you have to drive there, or some of the they call grocery they drive there, they buy, then they drive back to their grocery, then you have to drive to the grocery and buy. So you can see so many stage. Okay, so many delivery from one part to one part. Okay, that it already emits a lot of the carbon monoxide and leaks in our air. It's causing a lot of the air pollution. Okay, in fact, if you're doing urban farming over your house, over your building, over your taman, there's a totally different story. You don't need to drive to the grocery management, no need to drive to the Selayang also no need to ask the Cameron Highland to drive over there. Okay, so we already cut down all the air pollution. Okay, this one thing is good. Secondly is energy. Of course, all the lorry, kereta semua perlukan apa? Fuel. Betul tak? Kita akan kurangkan itu energy cost. Okay, and some key benefit of urban farm and the community garden is that they are accessible. Accessible maksudnya boleh kamu boleh masuk keluar sendiri, pergi kebun sendiri. Of course, if your own kebun or community kebun, you are already appointed to take care of the farm, you can access easily. Not like the Cameron Highland. Even to go to the Cameron Highland farm, some of the farmer they not allow you to go in. Sebab takut nanti kamu bawa apa penyakit masuk dalam. Okay. So adaptable, low risk. Low risk maksudnya itu low risk di sini maksudnya itu kamu terpakai racun serangga, kamu terpakai fungicide, okay, dengan apa-apa yang kamu tanam dekat kebun sendiri. Tak mungkin kamu spray a lot of pesticide over your own farm, okay? And better at building community, okay? Maksudnya social life lah. Manusia adalah satu jenis binatang yang suka social. Okay, social. So kita kena ada macam dulu kita ada rukun tetangga, kita ada community punya tempat, so kita boleh sembang, okay, kita boleh duduk sembang, kita boleh increase our relationship, okay. Good at the increasing the property value, of course. So if your building, your place, your taman, you have very nice farming there, okay, when people walk in, they see that, wow, very nice. So indirectly, you are increasing your property value. And of course, in demand, okay, all fund is in demand, okay. Increases proximity to city center and other secondary population, lowering the transportation needs and also expenses. Okay, that means you don't need to drive to the grocery anymore. And lastly is environmentally friendly. Okay, why I say environmentally friendly? Air yang kamu pakai, okay, boleh circulate, okay. Dia bukan pakai satu kali saja, dia boleh circulate, especially if you using hydroponic. Okay, air yang akan bergalir, okay, dan tidak keluar ke tempat luar. Okay, so this is environmentally friendly. Okay, I can tell you one thing. One news. I think 2 or 3 years ago, if you see at the time, I got one very shocking news. The government go to the Cameron Highland. They destroyed a lot of veggie over one few farmer punya kebun, okay, and a lot of newspaper come out, okay, but all is a negative. Why? Because they only blame government. Actually, they blame government. Didn't give opportunity. Didn't give any time to the farmer to clear the veggie, and they just destroy. Okay, but nobody know what's happening behind actually the story. Okay, the real story is, okay, those farmer they use a lot of AB. AB is a chemical fertilizer. After they use certain of time, they do discharge. So where have they go to discharge all those chemical fertilizer? The only way they discharge is the liver. Okay, so they discharge all those waste chemical fertilizer to the liver. And what happened when the liver water go down? There are satu kawasan untuk orang asli, tempat orang asli tinggal sana. So what happened? All those orang asli diorang pakai sana air sungai itu untuk mandi, untuk makan, untuk minum, okay, and they causing a lot of disease for those orang asli. Then those orang asli, they complain quite a long time already to government, and the government actually they already give a lot of warning letter to those farmer, but they don't care because they are not the one to suffer. Okay, they don't care. What they care is about money. They have production, they have money enough. So actually, government actually sent a lot of warning letter to them already, but they will stop. They just put in all the AB, the wasted AB, they pour in and just dump to the water, to the river. And who are suffering? Those are asli. That's why at the end, the government decide to destroy all the veggie and take back all the land from the farmer. But when the news come out, the story totally different. They already bring to the government. So a lot of things that's why we are promoting don't use AB. Try to reduce using the AB.
So it's really dangerous, the fertilizers.
Yes. Especially a lot of heavy metal inside. Heavy metal.
We actually have some questions for the audience right now, if you
Yes.
don't mind. Yeah,
Yes.
we can
Go
take
ahead.
some questions from the audience. Yeah. So the first one from Hafiza Nasir. Hello, sir. I have a question to ask. What foods are most important to grow in the city? What helps urban food to become more resilient?
Okay, what food is most important? Okay, what they call it? We call local leaf. Sayur-sayur tempatan lah. Okay, local leaf.
Greens.
Yang biasa kita makan lah. Okay, because for my own farm, I can see, because my farm in the city area, in the Bukit Jalil, so I can see even I plant a lot of salad but salad biasa orang putih lah. Orang putih makan. So mostly like sawi, okay, eggplants,
Kangkung.
bendi, those veggie mostly is we consume every day lah. Okay.
Okay, and then we have another question from Fast80. He says, Hai Tuan, saya ingin bertanya berapa keluasan tempat yang diperlukan untuk menjalankan teknik urban farming ini?
Okay, berapa keluasannya? It depend on their planning actually, like what I said just now. Okay, you can start from very small corridor, that means your balcony, your apartment or your condo property. That's about maybe 10 square feet only, 20 square feet. It's enough for you to start. Come to the bigger side, you can, if you have a direct house or corner house, okay, landed house, then you can start maybe 300 square feet, 400 square feet, or up to 1,000 square feet. I have some customer, they're trying to start, we call it a semi-commercial farming. Semi-commercial farming, that means they spend about 1 or 2 hours per day, 1 or 2 hours per day to do their farming. That means after their work, they come back, they have to masak, tanam sikit. We have this type of customer also actually. Yeah.
Only 1 or 2 hours a day. That doesn't take too long.
Yes. The smart farming, it don't take too long actually. Even like my farm, sometimes I go back to Penang. I'm from originally from Penang. So I go to Penang, I live over for a few days also, no problem. Tak ada masalah.
Oh, okay. So it's very flexible.
It's very flexible actually. Smart farming is very flexible actually.
Okay. That's good. Okay, so right now, actually, wait, let me see. There are some more questions from Hafiza. Hafiza is asking, how about the costing? Is it expensive?
Okay, again, depend on the
square feet, the size.
system. You can do your DIY. Actually, you can do your DIY. Most people do DIY lah. But before you doing DIY, you have to educate yourself also. You need to know a lot of things. Okay, if you doing DIY, it's actually cheaper lah. Of course, cheaper. Okay, you can buy also some stuff, some system from Lazada, Shopee. Okay.
Of course, Shopee.
That one cost you a few hundred, some very low, few hundred, and up to the few thousand lah. atau few thousand. For beginner, I advise few hundreds enough already. Okay, jangan pergi mahal-mahal lah. Okay, sebab kamu tak ada knowledge lagi ya. Kamu pergi memang rugi besar lah.
Start small.
Yes.
Okay, there's also another question from Rafin Rafi. What are some of the problems with vertical farming?
Yes, sure we have problem vertical farming. Okay. For vertical farming, sunlight is a major problem lah. Sunlight. Okay. Especially if you grow so rapidly, macam terlalu padat. Okay. Dia tak cukup sunlight. Dia akan causing, okay, ada sayur besar, ada sayur kecil.
Oh, okay.
Secondly is about, we call it humidity. Kilang yang terlalu padat, that's why kita terlalu padat, dia punya humid akan tinggi. Humid tinggi dia akan causing fungus.
Okay.
That's why kita tak mau terlalu padat. Okay. Yang ketiga, CO2. Khasnya bagi vertikal ada berlayer-layernya yang berlapis-lapisan. Okay. Di dalam tengah-tengah itu, tengah-tengahnya sayur, memanglah tak dapat banyak CO2. Dia akan jadi kecil sikit. Dia akan jadi kecil. That's why ini ada masalah problem of the vertical farming. Okay.
So for vertical farming ni kena, you have to arrange it properly lah.
Yes. You have to arrange properly. You have to get advice, educate yourself. You need to know a lot of things lah. Okay, before you start lah.
Okay. Okay, so for now, that's all the questions that we have. Actually, we're gonna take a little break, about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and continue.
Okay, sure.
So see you guys.
Okay.
Hai korang. Hari ni, Tina nak tanya korang, macam mana korang sebut perkataan ni? Sini ada beberapa jawapan. Jom kita tengok video ni.
Hai. Macam mana awak sebut ni?
UMCCED. UMC.
Hai. Macam mana awak sebut ni?
UMC.
UMCCED.
Reset.
UMCZ.
UMCZ.
Amset. Oh, UMCCED.
Dia boleh jadi dua jawapan. UMCCED atau UMCZ.
UMCZ.
Macam mana nak sebut perkataan ni?
UMCZ.
UMCZ.
UMCCED.
Betul lah tu.
UMC.
UMCCED.
UMCED. Apa? UMCED. UMCCCAT.
Dah tengok kan? Macam jawapan yang korang bagi kan? Sebenarnya jawapan yang betul adalah UMCCED ataupun UMCZ. Jadi sebut betul-betul tau. Kalau tak nanti kena marah. Bye.
Hai, saya Abdul Hakim bin Azrai. Saya pelajar Diploma Pengurusan Sumber Manusia.
Hai, saya Sofia. Saya mengikuti kursus Diploma Pengurusan Perniagaan.
Nama saya Muhammad Amin bin Masfedin. Saya belajar di Universiti Malaya Center of Continuing Education. Saya mengambil jurusan Human Resource Management.
Hai, Assalamualaikum. Nama saya Nalisha Shazali binti Lazi. Pelajar pengurusan jurusan Business Management.
Hai, Assalamualaikum. Nama saya Muhammad Daniel. Saya Diploma Pengurusan Perniagaan. Saya amat bangga menjadi graduan Diploma Universiti Malaya, iaitu universiti nombor 1 dan juga terbaik di Malaysia. Dan pelbagai ilmu, pengetahuan dan juga pengalaman yang dicurahkan oleh pensyarah sepanjang 2 tahun pengajian sememangnya amat saya hargai. To all the lecturers, you are very awesome and you are very marvelous.
Saya mengikuti program ini atas saranan ibu bapa kerana ianya diiktiraf JPA dan MQA. Program ini membuka peluang untuk saya melanjutkan pengajian ke peringkat sarjana muda khususnya di Universiti Malaya.
Sepanjang pengajian saya di UM, saya telah dapat menimba ilmu sebanyak mungkin dalam bidang yang saya minati. Pensyarah di sini adalah yang terbaik dan sentiasa memberi tunjuk ajar dan nasihat untuk memastikan para pelajar sentiasa fokus dan mendapat grade yang terbaik dalam kelas.
Melanjutkan pengajian di salah satu universiti terbaik di dunia adalah impian saya. Tempoh 2 tahun pengajian di UM banyak membantu saya untuk bersedia melanjutkan pengajian di peringkat sarjana muda di UM. Alhamdulillah, saya sudah. Anda pilih lagi. UM always the best.
Saya sangat gembira dengan suasana pembelajaran serta kemudahan yang selesa sepanjang saya di Universiti Melaya. Saya aktiviti dalam kelas. Para pelajar untuk berpeluang untuk terlibat dalam mengajar pelbagai aktiviti sukan dan biadab sepanjang tahun. Kami enjoy. UM memang best.
Selamat kembali ke webinar kita. Topik hari ini, kesan kurang sumber makanan. Adakah anda sudah bersedia? Dengan Mr. Lawrence. So, Mr. Lawrence, dipersilakan untuk continue.
Yeah. So, to start the urban farming, you have to educate yourself. Okay. So before you start your urban farming, the single best thing you can do is to educate yourself. How to educate yourself? Okay, find a learning opportunity near you. Okay, ada apa-apa khusus ke, apa-apa ke, pergi tengok. Biasa macam saya ada Jabatan Pertanian panggil saya jadi speaker. Okay, ada juga saya pernah pergi Perkeso. Biasalah macam universiti lah, macam UM. Okay, UPM. Biasanya ada khusus-khusus saya akan mencari speaker sana juga. Okay, so you can go and learn something over there. Okay, and have a good idea of what other urban farms are doing. You can visit your nearest farmers. Okay, particularly in regards to things like marketing, caring for plants or animals, soil health, planting, pest management. Yang penting sekali pest management lah, and more. Okay, so macam kamu ada kawan-kawan ke, ada siapa-siapa jiran ke, ada kebun-kebun bandar, visit them, maybe they will sharing with you some of their experience. Okay, so marketing, one of the most important thing is marketing and the pest management. Okay, so if you have a heart, or we say ada tujuan untuk from your hobbies become a small scale of the business. Okay, you need to develop a very good business plan. Okay, so dalam khusus nanti yang kita ada dekat UM, kita ada satu business plan for you. Okay, guide you from start, how you need to find the place, how you're going to do, and what kind of system you have to go, apa jenis brand barang yang kena pakai. Okay, this kind of thing will guide you for the business plan. Okay, so having a business plan is essential for any kind of the business. Okay, but especially one that may have a broader more extensive focus like an urban farm. Okay, there are banyak a lot of things have to consider. Okay, not only will you need a business plan in case you even need to borrow money for your urban farm, but it will also be necessary to expand or grow your business in the future. Okay, this is what I say that. Like for me, I also start from hobbies. Okay, and then now then after that I go for class. Then after that I start my small scale until today lah. Okay, it doesn't take much time to write a business plan. Very easy. Nor does your business plan have to be set in stone. Okay, so there are sure to be bumps in the road and edit that will need to be made to the plan later on. So don't be afraid to make it working document. Okay, so sebab kamu kena tahu lah. Okay, apa yang kamu khasnya macam apa yang kamu kena tanam. Okay, tempat, adakah itu ini city council akan kacau ke? Okay, tempat mana yang sesuai? Okay, lepas tu operation. Okay, siapa akan jaga? Okay, kamu punya team member. Okay, dan last sekali marketing. Marketing yang penting sekali. Okay, so ensure food safety. Okay, so maksudnya dekat sini sekiranya kamu mau start urban farming, yang penting sekali jangan nak pakai banyak itu pesticide, chemical pesticide. Kamu boleh pakai organic pesticide. Dekat market sekarang ada banyak organic pesticide. Okay, that one is very good. Okay, no harm to the plant and the animals. Okay, and of course our earth also. So cuba kurangkan pesticide, cuba kurangkan fungicide lah. Okay, dan sekiranya boleh kurangkan juga guna pakai chemical punya fertilizer. Okay, cuba kurangkan lah. Okay, so a lot customer, a lot of my class student asking me the same question and repeatable. Okay, is urban farming profitable? Okay, my answer is up to your plan. Okay, if you plan properly, yes, it's profitable. Okay, and in fact also you need a one man to guide you. Okay, I think we say guru lah. We always say guru. Okay, you need a guru, a good guru to cover to guide you. Okay, without a good guru, a bit hard for you lah, because you have to go try and error lah. And of course, if you really have hard to do it, of course you can success. Okay, so it's very hard to say lah. A lot of people also doing halfway, then they stop, then they sell it as second hand thing. Yes, I do have customer like this. Okay, they are not patient. Dia tak sabar, dia mau cepat-cepat kaya. Cepat kaya, sorry ya, agriculture cannot cepat-cepat kaya. Okay, mau cepat-cepat kaya, mungkin lainnya barang lah. Okay, tapi agriculture is a very stable income. I can say very stable income. Okay, once you get involved, you can see very stable income. Okay, so money shouldn't be your sole motivation in getting started. Okay, jangan mau cepat-cepat kaya, very hard, honestly. Okay, but you are getting what? Healthy food. You're getting the healthy life. Okay, and you are getting relaxed also, because when you see a lot of green color, your eyes also getting relaxed. Your role also getting very relaxed. Okay, so urban farming is different from the traditional agriculture because you don't need an acre of farmland to grow crops. Like just now, one of the asking me, you don't need so big area. Okay, you start from 20 square feet, okay, to few hundred square feet, enough already. Growing food in city has been happening for centuries actually. Is it time for you to tap into this long-standing trend to consider these tips on how to start an urban farm and get started today? Okay, you can start from very simple system, one vertical tower, okay, at your balcony. Okay, so what is a smart farming? Just now we all the time we talking urban farming. Urban farming maksudnya kebun dekat bandar. Now we talking about smart farming. Okay, apa maksudnya smart? Smart itu intelligent lah. Okay, so especially now government is encourage all those exciting farmer upgrade their farm system become smart farming. Okay, so smart farming is an emerging concept that refer to the managing farm using technology like IoT, Internet of Things. Okay, robotic, drones, sekilas tak salah sekarang semua berkebun peladang padi semua pakai drones untuk spray dia punya racun, untuk spray dia punya pesticide, untuk spray dia punya fertilizer. Okay, sekarang sudah sangat canggih lagi teknologi. Okay, semua pakai drum yang besar. Okay, and AI to increase the quantity and quality of products while optimizing the human labor request by production. Okay, macam dulu satu ladang, okay, dia perlukan 10 pekerja. Sekarang mungkin 5. Nanti satu hari mungkin 1-2 orang. Okay, so IoT in smart farming technology is the concept of connected the smart machine and the sensors integrated on farms to make farming processing data driven and data enable. Yang pentingnya itu data boleh simpan dan boleh buat analisis. Ini yang penting. Macam saya ada satu indoor farming dekat Penang. Okay, we collect a lot of data. Okay, we do a lot of R&D. Macam ada customer khasnya macam dia suka tanam cili. You say, is it possible indoor farming for cili? We say yes, but you need give us the time to calculate data, to collect the data and calculate. Is it how long you can get back your ROI? Kita ROI maksudnya return of investment. Okay, sebab biasalah kamu mau pergi bisnes, kamu kena tahu berapa lamanya itu ROI. Okay, 2 tahun ke, 3 tahun ke, 4 tahun ke. Macam Astro semua orang tak Astro punya ROI 25 tahun. 25 tahun. The reason I know because one of their accountants, very famous accountants, is my friend. So that's why he told me 25 years. Okay, so it depend what kind of system you use, and it can depend on your skills. So the bigger skills, the ROI will getting faster. Okay, so farming management system, a more complex approach to IoT products in agriculture can be represented by the so-called farm productivity management system. Okay, so sekarang yang pakai AI lah, yang we call it blockchain. Okay, so kemungkinan sekarang mereka pakai blockchain lah. Dari dia boleh tahu setiap sayur yang siapa tanam, okay, sayur itu sampai bila dia harvest, itu yang kereta hantar ini sayur pergi ke mana, yang siapa yang beli sayur ini, semua itu dia dalam satu dia punya sistem product, we call blockchain. Okay, that is all the data is collected, okay, by the system. Okay, then they know everything. Then from that they have the analysis. They know, okay, even they know in which area siapa-siapa yang penduduk sini suka makan apa sayur, penduduk sana suka makan apa sayur. They know everything of this. This is already we call farming management system. Okay, it's very complex already, they want. Okay, they usually include a number of agriculture IoT devices and sensors installed on the premise, as well as a powerful dashboard. Okay, dashboard itu yang macam komputer lah. Dia boleh nampak semua tu with all analytical capability and inbuilt accounting and reporting feature. Everything. Dia boleh tahu benih apakah yang cepat tumbuh, apa brand benih yang bagus, everything inside there. Okay, that we call it blockchain. Okay, this offer also remote farmer monitoring capability. Okay, I allow you to streamline most of the farm operation. Okay, so this is we call IoT, smart farming. So how the IoT can help us? You can see from top, UAV farming, the drones, okay, they help us. spray everything. Okay. The next one is the monitoring farming. That one we use for indoor farming actually. So to monitoring the first the fertilizer nutrient level, the parameter for the EC, pH, suhu, CO2, humidity, lighting, blockage, dia boleh monitoring also blockage. Okay, so the precision farming. Okay, next one is the tracking and tracing. Tracking, that's why just now I say lah. Siapa tanam tu sayur pergi mana, jual mana, dia boleh tahu semua. Okay, supply chain management. Okay, supply chain. So that is a quite a long time already lah, the supply chain management. Okay, like normally last time they using by the Toyota. Okay, that the supply chain management. Dia boleh tahu stock mana, stocking. Okay, so monitoring forestry, aquaponic farming. Okay, so I have one aquaponic farm because in the Malaysia as Bukit Jalil. If you are free, you can come to visit. Okay, analytic data and prediction. Okay, that is more important because when you are selling your system, you're selling your concept. Those are big buyers. They will ask you the data. The most important is the data. Okay. So the benefit of smart farming, a lot. Okay, I just simplify lah. Okay, the main thing is increase the production. That's the most important thing. Increase the production. Okay, and reduce the cost, reduce the operation cost, reduce the waste. That's most important, the waste. Reduce the waste. Okay, sebab dengan reduce the waste, maksudnya kamu kena jimat banyak duit mah. Betul and third is a reduce main work. Main work maksudnya kurangkan pekerja. Okay, kurangkan pekerja. Dari macam saya punya kebun dekat Bukit Jalil, okay, it's about 4,000 square feet. We produce about above a ton per month veggie, but we have only 2 workers, 2 pekerja sahaja. It is very important. It's very important. Otherwise, you need about 5-10 people. Then it costs you a lot of money. Your operation cost will be higher. And also, another thing is a headache of the worker also. Because not all workers is all listen to you. Nanti ini ambil cuti lah, nanti ini sakit lah, nanti ini hilang lah, nanti ini lali lah. Susah. Okay. So additionally, automation boosts efficiency. With smart device, multiple processing can be activated at the same time. This is what I like actually. Dia boleh dengan sama satu yang sama, dia boleh activate banyak barang. And automated service enhance product quality and volume by better controlling production processing. So smart farming system also enable careful management of the demand forecast and delivery of goods, okay, to the market just in time to reduce the waste. So ini penting tau, especially kamu akan jadi contract farmer. Contract farmer maksudnya kamu sign agreement dengan grocery yang besar itu, macam Jaya Grocer. Okay, dia minta setiap minggu kena ada 20 kilo atau 100 kilo sayur apa dekat sini. So that become very stress for you already. Okay, you have to make sure, you have to reduce the waste, you have to make sure the quantity enough to supply. So for another one is a precision agriculture lah. It's focused on managing the supply of the land based on its condition, concentrating on the light growing parameter, okay, like the moisture, humidity lah, fertilizer or the material content. Okay, so controlling system manage the sensor input. Okay, so we use a lot of sensor lah. In fact, also one indoor farming, you can see a lot of sensor there, and those sensors sometimes you have to calibrate lah. Okay, you have to calibrate. They cannot so much depend on the sensor. They have to calibrate. They have the time to maintain it lah. Okay, so in addition to the automation of machine and equipment for responding to emerging the issue and production support. So the IoT also is reduce the need for humans intervention, thus reducing the number of the employee on the farm, as I said just now. Okay. Additionally, the IoT also application reduce the wastage of the resource, such as water, that's very important, fertilizer, yang mahal sekali sekarang. Sekarang bajet semua mahal. Okay. Semua bajet mahal. They increase about 60 to 70%. Okay, 60 to 70% now. Quite expensive because of the China and Russia. Most of the budget from there, both country. Sensors on vehicle and agricultural machine is predictive maintenance to ensure timely repair and only the faulty part are replaced. Of course, maintenance. We need also maintenance. All IoT we need maintenance. Okay, we cannot 100% depend on the IoT also actually. So conclusion for IoT is so after the knowing about some IoT application in agriculture, we can say that it is definitely liberation the agriculture industry in a few years. Okay. So IoT sekarang semangat pakai lah dekat mana-mana sahaja. Okay. Bukan setakat dekat kebun, dekat kopitiam, mamaknya kopitiam, kamu nampak ada robot pakai hantar itu sayur-sayur, hantar itu barang-barang untuk makan, makanan-makanan. Ada juga sekarang banyak pakai IoT lah. Okay, bukan setakat kebun sahaja. Okay, dekat rumah pun ada pakai smart family we call smart family. So far smart family, my advice is try to use wise. Sebab kadang-kadang kamu wise selalu macam kamu tak ketuk apakah patuk wise dah jalan lain dia tak boleh depan. So far that's the last part for today.
Okay, so we actually have another question from the audience. From Fast 80. Tuan, bagi penjanaan pendapatan, ada mana-mana dana kerajaan atau institusi kewangan yang dapat membantu sekiranya saya berminat untuk buat urban farming ni?
Yes, we have few. Okay, you can go through if you are the farmer, you can go to Musti or Magic also can. If you are just started, okay, that's I said just now. We have one program run by Mafi. Mafi is our Malaysia agriculture and food industry. Okay, Mafi they had a program that the government allocate 100 million to Agrobank under Mafi. So our product also listed over there already under Mafi. Okay, under one program, pertanian modernasi. Okay, modernasi. Okay, you can get the loan there. It's quite low. The interest is 3.5 only. So minimum you can get 50k until 1 million. Okay.
Wow.
So we actually encourage promoting the smart farming actually.
Okay, that's really good for anyone who wants to start urban farming and smart farming.
If you go to our class later on, I will send you all the information on the government itu dia punya program dia punya.
Yeah, but you have to join our class lah.
Yes. Actually, we are working very close to Mafi. Actually, I work very close to Mafi, and Sirim also is our partner, business partner.
Okay, so
any question?
That's all the questions that we have for today. So
from the Facebook, I heard some question from Facebook.
Some question from Facebook. We've already answered all the questions.
Okay.
Yes, for today, that's all. So I think we can end the webinar here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So terima kasih, Mr. Lawrence atas
Thank you, Rasha. Thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you for your time. And kepada audience kita di rumah, borang untuk sijil kehadiran boleh didapati di bahagian chat atau komen. Dan untuk peserta yang berminat untuk belajar tentang urban farming dengan lebih lanjut, boleh mendaftar untuk kursus urban farming, konsep dan teknik dalam Menjana Pendapatan di www.umcced.edu.my yang akan diajar oleh Mr. Lawrence sendiri. Dan jangan lupa 20 orang terawal yang mendaftar akan dapat 10% diskaun. Terima kasih kepada semua yang hadir pada hari ini. Boleh follow IG dan Facebook UMCCED dan nantikan webinar seterusnya. So, thank you Mr. Lawrence.
Thank you.
Yeah, and have a good
nice day.
Hmm?
Okay, have a nice day.
Yes, have a nice day.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.